Let's go, Laker Nation. That's what I'm talking about, man. We eat Clippers out here, man. We destroy them, man. Clippers? What the heck are Clippers? They're the ones we used to cut our hair. Ain't nothing else but that out here in LA. Let me tell you guys something. THT. Now, I knew the kid was good, but damn. Oh my goodness. I didn't know he was this good. I know he was good, but I still thought he was a couple years away. Nah. Frank Vogel better find some minutes for this kid. I don't care if he starts or he's coming off the bench, but he's either a point guard or a shooting guard, either starting or coming off the bench. The kid is spectacular. Now, I told you guys he was good last year, but man, he's beyond good. I lied to y'all. This kid is special. This kid is phenomenal. He's sensational. Oh, my goodness. The moves he was pulling off, he looked like a young Darren Williams. He was out here bodying people, man. How many bodies did he catch with his little step-back threes? Oh, and his playmaking abilities, he had 4 helpers, as Stu Lance likes to call them, 4 assists, all right, 4 steals, 10 rebounds. My dog is a gobbling beast, man. He snatches everything. He ripped Kawhi, for God's sakes. Don't everybody, Clipper fans should not exist in this moment. If a Clipper fan says something, man, I'm serious. Don't talk to us. We're fresh off of winning a championship. Y'all called it the bubble championship. All right. We swept y'all in the preseason without LeBron, without AD, and in this particular game, without young, what's his name? Dennis Schroeder. All right. We swept y'all. Talen Horton Tucker was the best player on the court tonight. I don't care what nobody says. My man killed it, man. To the tune of 33 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. Here's the 4 steals is crucial for me because this means he's a two-way player. Frank Vogel is going to play him. Frank Vogel is going to play him. Kawhi Leonard, stop asking. Stop asking about THT. If you didn't know, now you know. Educate yourself, sucker. Look him up. Google him. Kawhi, you got to Google this man. He's your replacement, but not on your squad. No. In the league. He's the next great two-way player. Yeah, I said it. He's only 20. He's showing out like this. LeBron's definitely taking him under his wing, and he's teaching him the ropes. That is what that looks like. And this kid already had talent. I'm telling you. The kid was killing in the G League. The kid killed in the playoffs in his limited minutes, and now just look at him. And no, it's not just one game, Myron. I was going to stay quiet, but it's not just one game. It's 2 games, back-to-back. Last game, he was the best player on the court as well. This game, he was the best player on the court as well. And it's not like he's going up against chumps. The Clippers are putting their starters. He was cooking Kawhi. He was cooking PG. He was cooking Ibaka. He cooked everybody in their mama. I'm telling you, he lined them up and snorted them up like Coke. My goodness. Young Elder, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. He said TAC needs to start, in my opinion. Absolutely. The kid is sensational. I mean, I didn't know he had that type of – okay, I told you guys this. He's already elite in the sense that he can get anywhere he wants on the court. Now he's hitting shots in players' faces. That's next level stuff, man. Now, if he needs to keep showing me that consistently. But if he does, you're looking at your starting shooting guard or even point guard for the next 10 years. I'm talking Lakers, man. They draft extremely well. And here's the crazy part, all right? I love Brandon Ingram. I love Lonzo. I love D'Angelo Russell. I love all of our draft picks. But in all of those kids at that age, I didn't see the dog that I see in Talen and the skill set that I'm showing, that Talen is showing me right now. Now, just picture if we ended up trading for AD, we have LeBron, the 2 best players in the world, and we have that type of talent on the roster. I'm talking lottery pick talent. Today, he looked better than the top 3 picks. Have you guys seen the top 3 picks play? They've been impressive. But this kid looked way better, and he's only 20. So count your blessings, Laker Nations. We are blessed. My goodness. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to the front office for putting together what they do, man. And Trez, now I can get into the rest of the team because I just went off about my boy THT. But Trez was looking nice. Shout out to Kuz. He had a nice bounce-back game today. Very efficient. He stayed aggressive. I like what he did. And how about my boy Marcus Gasol? Is he smooth or what? With the passes out here looking like Malone from the post. Love it, man. What a great addition. People were saying he was too slow. I'll tell you what. Great addition. Lakers looking at everything. People wanted to keep JaVale over him just based off of sheer athleticism. Imagine that. Get your basketball IQ up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, Marcus Gasol is a Laker. He's a there's a 3-time All-Star. I don't want to disrespect him. 3-time All-Star. All right. He's a champion. He's a vet. And the way he uses his body to post up, man. Barbecue chicken alert. In the words of the great Shaquille O'Neal. Just smash the like button, y'all. If y'all think the kid THC is going to be a star, please smash the like button. Because I'm telling you right now, we might be looking at our third best player right there. I'm serious. We might be looking at him. If they give him the keys this year, we might be looking at our third best player. I'm talking AD, LeBron, Thornton Tucker. And that's not a knock on anybody else we have. Dennis Schroeder has that ability, obviously. So does Trez, man. Those guys have heart. They play hard. But I'm talking, the light just went off. Kobe's talking to us, man. He's happy too. But we do, in the words of my homegirl right here, we got squad. Absolutely. LA Kobe 24, he said THC is a new weapon for LeBron. He's a revelation, bro. He's a revelation, a shocking revelation to the league. The Lakers had him stashed up. That way, no trades, nothing. We didn't want him anywhere. And I'm telling you right now, if THC keeps playing with this type of confidence, and people might say it's just preseason, they might try to shut it down. They said the same thing about the bubble, and we still won the championship. They said the same thing about everything, man. Don't listen to people. Look at the potential. 33 points on an elite defensive team, right? Don't let them tell you otherwise. They said elite. They said defensive. Man, Patrick Beverley was non-existent to THT. Kawhi Leonard was nothing to THT. He was a rag. He even tried to foul him from the back, got away with it. THT don't give a damn who's in front of him, man. His body, his frame, his handles, his shiftiness. And most importantly, his mind. He's fearless. He's not afraid. He's attacking the rack like if it was, LaMelo Ball in there. Somebody who can't guard him. He's attacking the rack like Adam Morrison was in the paint or something. I'm telling you right now, he's not afraid, and that's key. And did you see the athleticism out in transition when he got that steal? 4 steals, by the way. But when he got that steal, got out there, man, just clocked that thing back. Bam. I'm going to have to up his ceiling. I said Meta World Peace. I was wrong. Try Meta World Peace defense with Darren Williams in his prime Utah Jazz days offense, because that's what he reminded me of today. The way he was bodying people, the way he was getting to spots and finishing, the way he was stepping back with the sweet handle. Darren Williams. And remember, Darren Williams wasn't too quick or too athletic. He played at his own pace, but what he was, shifty. He was a big guard who was punishing people. He was about 6'5". THC's about 6'4". But yeah, he reminds me of D. Will, man. A lot of people say Manu Ginobili. That's a good comparison, but Manu was a little more crafty. But THT, he's showing that dog. And I'm very excited for the future of that kid now. He's on my radar for sure. I mean, he was on my radar last year, but now he's on my star radar now. He was on my role player radar. I think he just opened a lot of people's eyes. They're going to be called. Watch, the Bulls going to be calling us about Zach LaVine for THT and KCP type trade. And I hope the Lakers don't pull that because this kid's only 20. He's going to be special, man. I'm serious. I know it's tempting when you got a surefire star, but THT just at his age, what he's doing, what he showed me in the playoffs, his rookie season with limited minutes, he's going to be special, man. He might be better than those players. So I wouldn't risk trading him just based on the sheer potential by itself. It's not like we need a trade anyways. Raj, my man said, THC is the same age as me. Oh, my Lord. Kid's amazing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, don't forget THC was around Rondo last year like a sponge. And here's the thing we haven't talked about THT yet. He's a great playmaker. He was, getting the screen, putting the defender on his hip, and then driving, and then the help side defense comes from the weak side. He kicks it out to the shooter. My dog could actually play the point guard position. As under control as he plays, he doesn't get rattled. I saw when Patrick Beverley switched out on him, he looked more composed than D'Angelo Russell and Lonzo Ball put together in their debuts versus Patrick Beverley. I'm just saying, that's huge. I look at the little things. I look at the mentality. I look at the fearlessness. I look at the way how nobody that was put in front of him, it didn't matter. He didn't change his game. Still taking the screens properly, still shifty, still aggressive in attack mode. And the kid has English. He finishes around the basket. Man, I told you guys those big hands will come in handy. Look, Kawhi Leonard-sized hands. And he ripped Kawhi. He clawed the claw. Think about that. Oh, I can't stop gushing about this kid, but we got to talk about the rest of the team because it wasn't just him, man. One more comment. Let me see. MFAS said, Love THT's demeanor. Seems like he believed in himself, and that's the key. That's the key right there. The confidence, man. It's everything. I've seen it in kids since day one. It's everything. But let me talk about some of his teammates as well, because Kyle Kuzma had himself a good game. 25 points on 8 for 14, and people were still ragging on him. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a block. Okay, he had 4 turnovers, but everything else exceptional. And I want him to be aggressive, so this is the perfect place. And then we have my boy Markieff Morris. He looking wetter than ever. 11 points, 6 for Marc Gasol. He had 5 assists for a big man, 4 rebounds, but everything he did was within the tempo of the offense, man. Beautiful. KCP was very, very. He picked up where he left off, looking like a young Rip Hamilton. 16 points. Efficiently on 5 out of 8. Loved it. 33 for THC, of course, with the 10. What was it? 11 rebounds? No, 10 rebounds, and the 4 helpers and the 4 steals. And then we had even JD came in and dropped in 7. Quinn Cook was actually looking good out here, man. It was looking good. Montrezl Harrell with his 19 points. All right, 11 rebounds, another double-double. We're stacked, and we still haven't played our best players yet. We still have LeBron James out there in the bench just resting up, saving it for the regular season. Think about that, guys. We're much better than what we're showing right now. And we didn't play the young buck, Dennis Schroeder, who's has the potential of being a top 3 as well on our team. He said, real life situation said, THT have that Mambas mentality. He said that Mama's mentality. No, yeah, for real, man. That's what you want to see in a young buck. You want to see a kid who does it all. He was all over the floor. He had his mark all over this game. You know, the way he's a great on-ball defender, and he reads the passing lane extremely well off ball. He has the potential to be a top defender. I'm talking on Kawhi's level. Yes. I'm talking LeBron level. Yes. I'm talking AD level. But obviously from a different position. From a different possession, man. And people were saying, oh, he's going to take Kuz minutes. They play different positions. Why not have them both out there off the bench, killing? Or maybe even he might get the start. He keeps playing like this. Jameson said, did you see King Henry do the respect to King James in his touchdown celebration today? King recognized King. Oh, yeah, game recognized game for real, bro. I didn't see that. I was busy. But, of course, man, LeBron is going to be the GOAT when it's all said and done. And game recognized game. He said, great game. We crushed the Flippers. That's the best part, is that they actually still believe that they had a chance. I can't wait to see what sort of lame excuse Skip Bayless comes up with, on Monday. But seriously, like, what can you say? How embarrassing. We didn't play LeBron, AD, or Schroeder. We spanked y'all. Our rookie looked like, not rookie, our second-year player, THC, looked like the best player on the court. Don't say nothing. Skip should bury it. He should bring a paper bag to his show on Monday morning. Seriously, he shouldn't say a word. If he says anything, I'm gonna be pissed. But I know he will, because he loves to, he loves to say ridiculous stuff. Oh, it's just preseason, or oh, it doesn't matter. You got to remember, this preseason is shorter. They're cutting it short, so teams are actually trying to win to stay in that winning mentality for when the regular season comes on the 22nd. So it matters. It matters. And I'll be honest with you, if I was a Clipper fan, which never that sounds gross, but for those Clipper fans, they should be really concerned, because their chemistry looks like trash. And I know it's only 2 preseason games, but they look like garbage. They're not on the same page. They're turning the ball over. Their body language looks dead. They look like they don't want to be there. Kawhi looks like he's on his way out already. Like, I'm serious. Like, they shouldn't say a word to us. Please, Clipper fans, don't talk. No more. You're just making yourself look dumber. Hey, Vincent, he said, my God, we are so deep. Vogel will have a problem. Who we going to play? Talen Horton Tucker is a must. Bro, this guy, next level. He just showed that he has not star potential. He has superstar potential, which is crazy, because that's mind-blowing. I thought, hey, he's going to be a really good role player. His ceiling will be all-star. Nah, he said, shut up, Dan. He said, my ceiling is as I want it to be, as high as I want. So he even slipped through the cracks in my vision. Like, I was penciling him in as a role player. But now, after these 2 last games, what a revelation. 19 points last game. Very effective defensively and just all over the floor. That was already impressive enough. He topped out with a 33-point game, which just says, hey, man, my potential is untapped. Y'all know. Y'all play 2K. Y'all know what untapped potential means. But at the end of the day, it's not up to me. It's up to coach, and it's up to his teammates to entrust him. Tonight, if you saw, they were running the offense through him most of the time. Like 50% of the time when he was out there, they were running the offense through him. That's extremely impressive to me. Like I said, I like to pay attention to the little details. And that was huge for me because if you're running your offense through a young buck like that, and you got all these veterans out there on the floor, guys like Quinn who've been on multiple teams, guys like Harrell, guys like Mark, and they're still running their team through THT, that means that he's gaining the respect. And that means he's doing this in practice as well. He's starting to establish himself on the roster. And that's the key right there. This is what I was talking about. I was talking about this with my friend Lonnie. I was like, look, man, LaMelo has to establish himself because he has Devontae Graham and he has Teddy Rozier in front of him. Both those guys got paid. They both think they're going to be stars. And they just signed that one kid, that Gordon Hayward. So the fact that THT is establishing himself on a team full of superstars and vets will tell you that this kid's going to be a problem. I'm serious. And then all he needs now is opportunity from the coaching staff. They give him that opportunity. I think the team's already realized how good he can be. Hey, appreciate it, Ernesto. Shout out to T for the cap. Detail of how do we feel about Shooter on the court with the Lakers. I'm excited. I like what he did game one, man. He was a floor general out there. He was not forcing anything, just letting the game come to him. And again, you don't want to show all your cards in preseason. So he's not going to go hard right now. He still has another notch. He can kick it up to another level when the regular season starts. You'll see. Shooter's no joke. There's a reason why he was the runner-up for Sixth Man of the Year. And Trez has been the most impressive new acquisition for me because he's got a lot of heart. Again, I didn't pay too much attention to him because he was a Clipper. Like, who watches those games, right? But I did know he had a motor on him. But not just a motor. The kid has a skill set. He was knocking down mid-range jump shots. His footwork in the paint, impeccable. The rebounds looking like Dennis. I call him Trez Rodman out there, man. Trezor Rodman Jr. All right, he's out here getting all the boards, second chance points, all that good stuff. And he knows his role. He doesn't force anything. I love it. He fits in like a glove with this team. Him and Marcus Gasol and Dennis Schroeder and Wesley Matthews. What a great 4 additions to this already stacked roster, plus the revelation of THT. We forget we're stacked at the shooting guard position as well because we have your boy Caruso there waiting. We have your boy KCP there. We have Wesley Matthews. Now we got THT. We might have to play him at the point. And tonight he showed he could run some point, which was, again. Yes, absolutely, my boy. He beat 2 superstars tonight. The young buck outplayed both Kawhi and Paul George combined. Like, he outplayed both of them combined. He said, Kobe smiling in heaven right now looking at the Lakers. I love it, man. We set up for success. And I told you guys, Rob Pelinka is not just happy with 1, 2, 3 championships. He wants to dominate for the next, as long as he's alive, he's probably going to want to dominate. He's got that Mamba mentality as well. And I love it. You seen when he ripped Kawhi? Bro, I was screaming when he ripped Kawhi. And then he came back and knocked down a 3 in his face. He said, this is my city, man. He said, we run the city. Clippers who? I'm telling you. We got a perfect team. I don't see any weaknesses. People were worried about our size. Marc Gasol, man. I know he got called for some fouls, but he just knows how to use his length. He was bothering some people down low tonight. Trez has some good weak side help defense blocks. And then we still got the best defender in the game, Anthony Davis. He's coming. And LeBron James is no slouch either, if I do say so myself. First team all defense. So, I mean, we the most well-rounded team I've seen in a long time. And I mean depth from head to toe. It's a reason AD signed the max. AD saw THT. He said, oh, yeah, that's my future running mate after LeBron goes. Oh, yeah, sign me up. He said, detail of how's your starting and bench team looking like right now? Whoo, Brian, that's a problem I don't even want to talk about. Frank Vogel's probably going to pull out the last of his hairs trying to figure out who he's starting. Because easily, I think you're going to start KCP from the beginning. But however, the point guard position, now you have to ask yourself, do I start Alex Caruso, who proved himself game 6 of the finals? Or do I start the young buck in Talen Horton Tucker, who's proven himself in preseason as a point guard, who can help LeBron with some ball handling duties and maybe, help him rest a little bit more? Or do I start, obviously, probably the favorite one is Dennis Schroeder, who obviously we traded for, probably for him to come start. So that's a good problem for him to have there. And then obviously you have, I think Marc Gasol starts over Trez. Trez is just a perfect spark plug. You bring him off the bench and bam. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, no, don't spam the channel. I'm going to warn you one time because everybody want to comment. So we got a stacked night. Don't spam it or I'm going to have to block you. He said, just need Powell, signed February and March, reserve center. Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that because, like I said, at this point, it's overkill. All right, you want to get blocked? Cool. You got to go. But yeah, at the end of the day, this team is stacked from head to toe, and anything you add is a cherry on top. It's overkill at this point. So why not bring him on and add another championship to his repertoire? Why not? He said, "You're not starting THC. Come on, Dan. Did you watch the game, Alex? Did you watch the game? Because he showed a better scoring punch than a lot of people have in a long time for the Lakers, outside of AD and LeBron." And not just scoring punch. He was a floor general. He was probably the best defender tonight besides Trez. And he was a playmaker. So anything's possible at this point. I'm not saying that's who you start for sure, but I'm saying don't leave it out of reach. Don't look at the numbers. Don't look at the contract. Don't look at none of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't say stuff like that, bro. What you mean? Come on. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you start him? And I told you guys about spamming, by the way. Sorry, Alex. You guys to go as well. But yes. Why wouldn't I start? I mean, anybody can go. We're so deep. I'm not mad at anybody starting. I'm not mad if Alex Caruso starts. Probably one of our best defenders, if not the best. I'm not mad if Schroeder starts. Proven scorer, proven floor general. Somebody who just killed it last season. And I'm definitely not mad at all if THC starts. I'm not mad at all. And just remember this. It's a long season. Injuries will occur. Hopefully none too bad for the Lakers. But THC will be just waiting for his opportunity. I've noticed I have a nickname for THC, and that's the opportunist. Because anytime an opportunity presents itself, the man just takes and grabs a hold of it. Really, he should have got more minutes last year because in the playoffs he was killing. I thought for sure coach was going to give him those minutes, but I guess not. He said, "We're strong, 11 deep. Love it." Bro, everybody's shaking in their boots right now. People forgot about the KD debut after they seen our boy THC. They forgot about it. Nobody's talking about KD right now. I bet you it's trending right now. I bet you on Twitter, THC is trending. I promise. He said, "What's up, Dan? THC, new nickname is Talen Horton Tucker." That's his name, bro. I call him Talented. That's my nickname for him. But, I mean, come on. He's an opportunist, man. Anytime he's got an opportunity, he's taken it and ran with it. I think an average head coach would have gave this man I think a front office would have gave this man a max extension at this point, the average front office, but we're smart. We know how to save our money and stuff like that, but I love it. MVP Tuck, I like that. Is it Kuz, THC, KCP, and Cook are all shooters? He said, and can shoot the three ball, bruh. Well, they were worried about the three ball last year, and we won supposedly with a struggling three ball. And this year, what they're going to say this year? What they worried about now? TNT is dynamite. Horton Tucker is the real deal. Alex Caruso is the real deal. Shooter, we don't have a weakness. I kept telling people, they said we needed another ball handling guard. I said, we're good. I keep telling them, need is a strong word. But, man, what a revelation. Seriously, what a revelation. But so far, outside of THC, who's your guys' favorite new addition so far? Outside of THC, mine's is Trez. He has exceeded my expectations thus far. And it's early, but, I knew he was an energy guy, but woo. Then he said, "My boy Dan, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you." THC, call him Mr. T. Mr. T. TNT is dynamite. I like that. Trez has been spectacular. And I feel Marcus has also been impressive. Absolutely. But it's mainly been Trez that has like double-double on both games. Heart, energy, hustle, and efficiency. That's the key. Because he's not going to get too many shots, but what he gets back and he puts back in, that's efficiency for you right there, man. That's high percentage buckets. That's the difference between winning and losing sometimes. When it goes down to close games, you need guys like Trez to get you second chance points, guys to get game-winning blocks and steals and stuff like that. I love it. I love what Trez brings to the table, man. I'm very happy. I told you guys, as soon as he became a Laker, he became a part of family, and he went from one of the most hated players in the league to one of the most loved, and that's the power of Laker Nation. That's why free agents, if you're out here watching and you want the best fan base in the world, somebody who will drop all grudges at the door as soon as you walk in your family, it's the Lakers, man. There's no better fan base. I'm telling you right now. He said, DTLF, what would you trade Kuz for? Robinson from the Knicks? I'd consider it. I'd consider it for sure. But I'd keep Kuz, man. He's playing like he got a chip on his shoulder. He had a nice little 25 piece tonight. Why are you talking trades? I expect that to come when he struggles. But last game he had 18, tonight 25. That's what I want to see from Kuz. Just stay aggressive. Stay aggressive. Hey, thanks, oh 08. Appreciate you, bro. You the man. You the man. He said, I think the starter should change game by game depending on the opponent. Keep them guessing. You know what, Nemo? You make a great point. And we're that versatile that I wouldn't even complain. And I think Frank Vogel will do that. He did that in the playoffs. I don't see him changing that up now, right? Especially with all this versatility. You're right. It's all, coaching is all about strategies and how do you match up better with certain teams. And now we have everything. You want length? Marcus Gasol. You want athleticism and hustle? You got Trez. You want everything? You got AD and LeBron. So you want spark plug? Come on, man. Come on, somebody. You want a spark plug? Imagine a bench coming in that sounds like this. Talen Horton Tucker, Alex Caruso, Wesley Matthews, Kyle Kuzma, and Montrezl Harrell. Imagine a bench like that to spell minutes for AD. And I'm sure I'm missing somebody. That's how deep we are. But just imagine that, a bench like that. Oh. My boy Intel Wild says, THT for real, bro. 100. Thank you so much for the donation, bro. He's a revelation for me because, like I said, I've been telling you guys about him since last year. When I first saw him play, I said, okay, he got potential. But what he showed me tonight was like he knocked off the ceiling from star, and now his ceiling to me is superstar. Now, I'm not saying he's going to reach that. Consistency is the key in the NBA, right? Because you can have a great game, disappear for the next 10, and then everybody forgets your name. But I'm talking about ceiling. Like, this kid has superstar ceiling. I didn't think that. From a second-round pick, you don't hear that very often. Very once in a while does a player like THC slip through the cracks, and a team like the Lakers gets to draft him. I'm telling you, I saw something in him that I didn't see in D'Angelo Russell, that I didn't see in a lot of draft picks we've made that are lottery picks. I'm talking about that dog. I'm talking about that it factor, the eye test. He passed in flying colors the last 2 games. And these are the first 2 starts in his career for the Lakers. Think about that. And he's already passing the eye test with flying colors. That's how you know the kid is a hooper, and all he needs is an opportunity and some patience, because he will struggle at times. It's the NBA. It's a long season. Everybody struggles. And he will have off nights, but it's up to the fan base, us, not to treat him the way you guys have treated Kyle Kuzma. I'm not even going to say we. You guys have treated Kyle Kuzma, because that's a despicable way to treat young talent, man. And Kuz still a dog. He still got it, man. Intel Wild, he said, Gasol just sitting at the top of the 3-point line, observing the passes to the cutter like a beast. People were complaining about him, and I was like, what do you mean? He's a 2-time All-Star. He's a veteran leader. He's a beast. And he also has a soft touch around the basket and can stretch the floor. Of course, I cut JaVale McGee and Dwight just to bring in Marc Gasol. That's how highly I think of him. As much as I liked Dwight last year, and JaVale was serviceable the first year or so, Marc Gasol is just a different level of veteran leadership. It's very similar to what Rondo brought to the roster. Marc Gasol will bring in a different position, that craftiness, passing ability, high basketball IQ, all of this, right? So, he's very similar to his brother in a lot of ways. If anything, he's a bit tougher than Gasol. Gasol was probably better offensively than Marc for sure, but Marc was he's probably equally as good as a defender as Powell, if not better. And he's a little bit tougher in the paint, just a little bit. Gasol was a little, he got tough when he needed to, but Gasol sometimes would have lapses. Marc is a G. Marc is a G, man. He doesn't have that many lapses. Now, sometimes he'll be caught flat-footed, but hey, you got to give him a pass with all the great plays he's making and just the way he plays the game fundamentally safe and sound. He's going to do what it do, baby. He said, Dan, if Giannis does decide to come to LA via sign and trade, THT will unfortunately have to be included in the deal. It's going to be KCP, Kuz, Caruso, THT, and picks for Giannis. I don't want to talk about that, man. I'm in love with THT already. I'm like, I might have to cop me a jersey if he keeps this up this season. Like, me, and normally I wait till we accomplish something as a player before I cop a jersey, but I'm starting to believe in this kid so good that I might have to cop me a jersey. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm a fan. He got that Darren Williams type offensive game where he bodies people. His handles are sweet, and he just plays under control, and he's shifty. And he finishes around the basket way too well. And defensively, man, sky's the limit for him. With that 7'1" wingspan, he uses it well. He doesn't get tricked or baited or bites on pump fakes. I mean, he's fundamentally safe defensively, and he has a great instinct for the ball. You don't teach those kind of instincts. So he's going to be a top guard in this league. I believe it. I believe it. Give him a couple years, man, and he's probably going to be a top guard in this league. You heard it here first, but I've been telling you guys a lot of things here first. So subscribe if you already haven't, man. Keep it locked right here. A couple more questions. He said, THC got good quick, but he practiced against Bron and AD all the time. Exactly. But here's the thing. A lot of players play with great talent in the league, but very few are sponges and soak it up. Very few. Most of them are focused on their own game to realize, to smell the flowers around them. You know what I'm saying? It's the great ones that truly take from the great ones. Kobe Bryant continued to improve even in his 30s. Same thing with LeBron. Like the great ones are the ones that learn from the other great ones. So this is a great sign. You know, this is, I know right now Rob is probably doing somersaults. You know what I'm saying? I know Rob Pelinka right now. He's probably at the club partying it up. He's like, yo, we got a third option without trying. Like, that's crazy. Like, he's for the future, man. AD should be very pleased. He made a wise decision. I know right now AD inside, he's like screaming like a little kid, man. He said, we are deep. Absolutely, bro. And thank you for the donation. I appreciate y'all for real. He said, Falcons fan 408 said, will there be room for a spot for Powell? I'd love it. I think so. I heard that, you know, due to the luxury cap or something with the cap. I'm not a cap pro. That's one thing you'll never find me being a cap pro because I'm not an agent or a front office executive. But something about the cap doesn't allow you to exceed that 14th player. So we do have that 15 roster spot available. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. And after like January or February, it opens up. I think that's when the reason they did it, because I think a lot of people get amnestied and cut around that time. So yeah, I think we will have another roster spot. And Powell's watching. I seen him tweeting about his brother's passes. So that's a high probability that it's either going to be Powell, Ariza, or somebody like that. But again, I'm not going to predict because Rob has been known to like keep things very quiet, and I love it. I wouldn't want it any other way, right? It's like when you got a Christmas present under the tree. You don't want to know what's in there, man. You just want to be surprised. And so I'm excited for the future, man. He said, what happened to K-Cock? He didn't turn the corner. Again, everybody has a different timeline. And this is what I mean. We have to be patient with young talent. But he has, like, I don't know who mentioned this, but he has very great talent around him to learn from. If he's a sponge, he will get better. He has Trez. He can pattern his game. After I heard that somebody he looked up coming into the league. And AD, LeBron. I mean, there's so many players there that you can learn from, but that's the key. They have to be willing to learn. So we'll see what happens with K-Cock. I do like his motor. I like his skill set as well. You know, he's somebody that was killing in the G League as well. So we'll see what happens there. I was bummed out for one player we let go. His name was Zach Norvell. You guys remember him last year? I actually liked his talent, and I'm shocked he's not on the NBA roster as we speak. But maybe he's missing. He's lacking something that I don't see there. But we'll see. The hard cap won't count starting January. Is that what it is? Okay. Again, don't ask me cap questions because that's the only field where it's not my expertise. I basically report what I hear in the media. Oh, is he in Chicago? Oh, thank God. Because yeah, that kid is talented for sure. It's all about, again, opportunity needs to meet these players so that they can take off. Dan, Zach is he rocking with the Bulls. That's what's up, man. I'm glad. I like Zach Norvell. Dan, Talen Horton Tucker is the next Kobe. Woo! Hot take alert. Oof. Let's not ever disrespect Kobe, man. There will never be another Kobe. But we can say that he has great potential. He could be one of the greats if he puts in the work and just continues to work, man. Don't rest. Don't be happy with this performance. Show it to me one more time, Talen, and then really put the pressure on the coaching staff. Give me another 20-point game, and then the coaching staff really going to have to start arguing over who's starting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have these guys out here arguing where you can hear the arguments in the locker. Like, I want that type of a dilemma for these coaching staff, and we got the talent for it for sure. But we'll see. Let's not throw crazy names out like Kobe or nothing like that. For me, he reminds me of D. Will, which was great before he went to Brooklyn. So he reminds me of the good version of Darren Williams. We'll see, man. We'll see. We're going to keep making these comparisons. It's always fun. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's going to wrap it up for my post-game recap. I do have work tonight, so I'm going to cut it just a bit short. These recaps go longer. The more excited we are, and the more, anytime I'm off work, man, I can be on here for an hour talking Lakers. Y'all know I love it. But tonight's just not one of those nights. I am stacked. I'm stoked, though. And the Lakers, they're going places, man. I'm talking back to back to back to back places. Like, I can't wait. But anyways, that wraps it up for me. One more comment. He said, THT 100 fire. Thank you, Intel. Appreciate all the donations from everybody. The likes. Make sure y'all do smash the like button before y'all exit, man. That will help the channel. And I'll catch you guys right here. I believe we play Wednesday. So I'll catch you guys right here for pregame unless something else pops off. Until then, Laker Nation, enjoy the rest of your night. Go Lakers, baby.